Alright, I just wanted to do a quick video of something that's not talked about very often. So I figured hopefully maybe it'll help someone out. Um, I have a son, and when he started hunting, we bought him a 7.62 by 3.9 Ruger American Ranch. It's a great little youth rifle. So I ordered a youth stock for it from Ruger. It's not something they advertise, but if you call them, you can get it. And it makes a perfect little youth rifle. Well, the issue that we were running into was ammo selection. There are a few manufacturers who make, expanding hunting type ammo for it. It's extremely hard to find, but we did manage to find some. And the issue that we were having was the ammo performed great, but it would not exit the animal. So therefore we did not get a blood trail at all. And, it was very lethal. They never made it very far. But in the areas that we hunt, it's very difficult to find them without a blood trail. So in my 308, I've always liked shooting copper ammo just because of how it performs. I think it's an amazing projectile. So I started looking for copper projectiles for 7.62 by 3.9. Now, most 7.62 by 3.9s are a 0.310 diameter, and there's not very many options for projectiles in that diameter. So I thought I would try some 308. Figured, worst case scenario, we don't get very good accuracy. So I found these hammer bullets, and they are 308 diameter. But what I liked about them is they are 100 grain. So that ups the velocity a good bit. You can see they're a very deep hollow point, if it'll focus. And a lot of people were talking about how well they performed, so I figured we would give them a shot. And Hammer, the company, they sell what they call a test pack. Comes with 15 bullets. And I got 15 of them and loaded them up. So typically you can, according to Hammer, now I'm not an experienced reloader. I've only been doing it for a short period. So, take what I say with a grain of salt, do your own research. But according to Hammer, because of the way the bullets are designed with these deep relief cuts in the projectile, you can actually load them a good bit hotter than a typical lead bullet. So I didn't want to push the envelope because, like I said, I'm not a very experienced reloader. But what I did is I loaded them up to the max charge in my book with the powder that I have. And I am getting 2,700 feet per second with a 16-inch barrel and a 100 grain projectile. With typical 7.62 by 3.9, I was only getting around 2,400 feet per second. Of course, that's a 124 grain or 123 grain projectile. So the extra velocity, I'm hoping, will help with the copper projectile. But I just wanted to let everybody know that when I went to test these, after I made sure my pressures were good and all that, and I'm not getting any pressure signs at all, so technically I could go hotter. Hammer says to slowly work your way up until you get pressure signs and then back off a little. But like I said, I didn't want to push the envelope. Later on I'll eventually do that. But I just went to the max charge slowly, not immediately. Start about midway and work my way up. And once I got to the max charge, still no pressure signs, but they're shooting fantastic. I shot them at 100 yards, and just with a bag rest, shooting off a table with a bag rest, with a 1:8 scope, I was able to get under a 1-inch group, which for me is good because, like I said, I'm not a precision shooter. I'm not using a lead sled or anything like that. So there is some human error in that. So I'm happy with a 1-inch group out of any rifle and any bullet. But yeah, I just wanted to maybe spread the word, that you could try it in your rifle. I'm not going to say it'll work because it may not. That Ruger may be a 308 diameter. I'm not sure, but it shoots 7.62 by 3.9 ammo really well. So I'm led to believe that it's a 310 diameter. I haven't slugged the barrel to check it. But yeah, I think everybody, if you can reload or whatever, I think anyone should try this, especially for a youth rifle. I mean, it's very lightweight, easy to handle, absolutely no recoil at all. Just a fantastic little rifle. And like I said, we've taken several deer with it before trying these bullets, and we have not tried these on game yet. Like I said, we just loaded them up and tested them. But if anyone's interested in seeing, what they do on game, our season opens up this weekend. Our youth season opens up this weekend, so we're hoping to go out. And I could always, make another video and report back. I'm not a professional shooter, YouTuber, reloader, anything like that. I searched for months and months, trying to figure out a way to make this gun work good for our kids, because it is such a fantastic little rifle. And like I said, it did the job. I'm not talking bad about it. It definitely did the job. But it's not very fun when you shoot a deer and you're out there hours looking for it, no blood anywhere. And then you start to wonder, well, did the kid miss, or did the kid make a bad shot? It's just not very fun. So hopefully this will help someone out. If y'all want some follow-ups or, shooting footage or whatever, let me know. I'd be glad to do some more testing with them, now that I know that they perform well. But just wanted to get this out there, so maybe it would help someone. Y'all have a great day. Alright, so I just wanted to show a little water jug test I did with the 100 grain hammer, shock hammer, 308 diameter projectiles out of the 7.62 by 3.9. So I just had 3 jugs here, just a quick little test. This was the first jug, just completely obliterated it. Also broke the table from the force where the first jug was sitting. This was the second jug. As you can tell, it completely obliterated it also. And you can see, so this bullet's designed so the front breaks off into several pieces, and then your base keeps going. So you can see right here where it went in, kind of. But right there is where it came out. See how it's already broken up? The bases and the little piece. And you can see right here where it started to go in the first jug. You got your base and your little pieces. And then this jug stopped one of the pieces right there. It's a pretty big piece. Of course, water is more dense than a deer, so it's going to stop it a lot quicker. But you can tell that only a few of them came out of this one, so most of them stayed in the second jug. I don't know how many break off. I'm not real sure on that. But on the last jug, see, we just have the base going through and coming out. So that's what I really wanted this bullet for, was penetration, because that's what we're lacking with this caliber, is penetration. It has plenty of power to knock down deer and hogs, for sure, but we're not getting the penetration to create the blood trails. So I'm sure that 3-gallon jugs of water is thicker and denser than any deer I'll be shooting. And we were able to catch 3 of the petals. One was in the last jug. I guess you can tell right there where it hit. Of course, the camera won't focus. No, I'm sorry, there was 2 in the last jug. So 2 petals stopped in the last jug. 1 petal stopped in the second jug. And of course the base kept going, which is my main concern. I want that penetration. I'm not really worried about where the petals stop. They're just for internal damage, you know. They're called a shock hammer to create that massive shock wound cavity. So I mean, that's nice, but my main concern is penetration. And I believe that these will be a good option. But like I said, if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to reach out. I'll try to explain or demonstrate best I can. I'm definitely not a professional. And also, make sure you do your own research. I am not a professional reloader. I did a ton of research before I finally decided to try this. And I bought several books and lots of research. And I even emailed the owner of Hammer to confirm stuff with him before I started pulling triggers, because you want to be safe. You want to go home to your family at night. But I think this will be a fantastic option, you know. I wish there was more options on the shelf, but as of now, there's just not. And by the way, we have tried the Hornady Black, which is the SST bullet. Fantastic bullet. I guess this caliber just doesn't have enough power to push that bullet all the way through. And we tried the Federal Fusion, which is another fantastic bullet. It's actually a bonded bullet, so I figured we would get more penetration out of it, but same thing. Goes in, does a great job. They don't go far, but doesn't come out, doesn't leave a blood trail. And when I say no blood trail, I mean not one speck of blood anywhere to be found. So I'm hoping that with this, we might do another test of more milk jugs, water jugs, whatever. I only had these 3 today. But like I said, I think that's plenty to get through a deer. If it'll get through 3-gallon jugs of water, I think it'll get through a deer. And we shot this at about 25 yards. I know that's not very far, but where we hunt, we hardly ever shoot over 50 yards anyway. But yeah, I hope this helps somebody out, and y'all have a great day.